And moving with our news items, Egypt's pavilion at the Expo Dubai is witnessing heavy traffic and queues lining around the clock from the early morning till 11 p.m. with a frequency of about 8,000 visitors per day from different nationalities, ages, public figures, Arab and foreign officials, as well as Egyptians, and as Egypt has chosen its pavilion in the opportunities area. We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by Dr. Sameh Saad, the former advisor to the Tourism Minister. A very good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. Now, let's talk a bit about, in your opinion, what are some of the most important features of Egypt's pavilion at the Dubai Expo?
The Expo Dubai actually is very important because each country is displaying the power, let's say like this. So some countries are displaying technology, some countries are displaying, like Egypt is displaying the history, displaying what's happening in Egypt, the future. So it's very impressive. And actually this expo will stay for 6 months. And they have, as you mentioned now, thousands of visitors every day. And just to go on the positive side, now the occupancy in Dubai hotels raised up to 20%, and the prices are almost double, and it's very hard to find a vacant bed, not room. So economical-wise, this is very beneficial to the country, and I'm sure it will bring back the return on investment. Very sure.
Absolutely. Dr. Sameh, how do you explain the high number of visitors to... Doctor, can you hear me, sir? Dr. Sameh?
Hello?
Yes, doctor, are you with us on the line? Right, unfortunately, we lost our phone call. Short break, and hopefully we'll be right back with the doctor. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and we are glad to have with us back on the line Dr. Sameh Saad, the former advisor to the Minister of Tourism. Dr. Sameh, welcome back. Dr. Sameh? Yes, doctor, can you hear us? Right, apologies for this technical difficulty with the phone lines, and another short break, and we'll be back. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, and Dr. Sameh Saad, the former advisor to the Minister of Tourism, with us on the line. Dr. Sameh?
Yes, I'm fine now.
Right,
I'm
sorry, doctor, for this technical issue. Right, let's talk a bit about, in your opinion, the high number of visitors to the Egyptian pavilion. How do you explain, we're speaking about over 8,000 people passing through the Egyptian pavilion daily?
I think because it's very impressive, and the history of Egypt is attracting everyone. And it's a clever idea to display some pharaonic items and some old things. So actually, this encourages people to come and see what's happening. And it's not only that we are showing antiquities. We are showing as well modern Egypt.
Yes.
We are showing technology. So this is very positive. I mean, this number reflects future visitors to Egypt in the future, because the expo is not only for Emirate citizens.
No, it's
the whole
international.
world is going to visit it.
Yes.
So this is a good display about Egypt, and I think we will benefit from this soon.
Absolutely. How about investment opportunities, Doctor, in your opinion? How do you see investment opportunities? As you said, we're displaying modern Egypt as well as all the opportunities provided in the country. How do you see this expo, allowing for an increase in people that are interested to invest inside Egypt?
See, this is a permanent exhibition. We call it exhibition for 6 months. So I can make an advertising in social media or anything. I spend millions, but then it will be seen for a very short time. So this is a permanent for 6 months, showing the Egypt, the old, new, the future. And I think it's worth the return on investment. And
Absolutely,
more.
absolutely. Doctor, how do you see the announcement of the opening of El Kebash Road serving tourism, especially that it's been announced in the and coinciding with the Dubai Expo, a very important event which is expected to be very grand and really capture the attention of the whole world?
The whole world actually is waiting, because we didn't get a good chance, really 100% chance when we made the Mummies Parade, because some countries did not have the chance to see it live. They saw pictures and things, so I think now they are anxious to watch it and to see what's going to happen. But I hope this time that we are connected to more televisions worldwide.
Yes.
Because we can spend millions for advertising, as I said, but this event is worth billions, not millions.
Yes, and of course the social media is a very important tool for advertising.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Let's talk a bit about, in your opinion, Doctor, how important is it to restore and renew, different historical areas around the country? What does this mean with regards to tourism, even tourists that have been before? Does this encourage them to come back to Egypt to revisit these areas?
Let's say like this. Restoring, building, construction, creating, all this gives different meanings. The most important one, that the country is stable, the country is developing, the country is moving forward.
Yes.
And this, it means security. I mean, at the end, it's security. So this is encouraging a lot of people and make them think twice of coming back. It's a positive media, even if it's an indirect, but this is clear message that security, and we are progressing.
Absolutely. Dr. Samah, Egypt is also preparing for another very important, humongous event, which is the grand opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum, also known as GEM. Also, lots of important personalities from all over the world are being invited. How do you see this historical event and opening of the GEM in Egypt?
See, the whole world is waiting for a date. I'm always asked from my colleagues, the collaborators I work with, through operators, media worldwide, asking always one question: when the museum will open, and say when we're ready. So definitely it will make a big hit. People are waiting for this event since many years.
Yes, absolutely. Doctor, also as Egypt prepares for the winter season, winter tourism is also very important and very beneficial for Egypt. What are the main winter attractions, and how do you see this winter season specifically with the consequences of the coronavirus pandemic?
I think if the fourth wave doesn't really make a hit in Europe in general, we will have a season did not see it since many years, much more years. I mean, the demand to Egypt is very high. Resorts and classic tourism are really getting a lot of demand. So we hope that things stable, so we will get a very good portion of tourism.
Indeed. How do you see the recent announcement that Egypt has become one of the most attractive cities for tourism and one of the most important tourist attractions around the world?
This is all, you know, this is all adds up. I mean, when we have those big numbers now, most of the hotels are fully booked. This summer, really, downtown Cairo hotels were almost full. All this because of the what's happening, you know, the statements giving good news about Egypt, announcing that Egypt is one of the most important tourist destinations. All these events really adds up, and this is the result. We are seeing a good demand, and we are seeing full hotels, and Upper Egypt is doing very well now.
Indeed, very important, very good news indeed for the whole tourism sector. I'd like to thank you very, very much. Dr. Sameh Saad, thank you so much, the former advisor to the Minister of Tourism. A short break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back. Do stay tuned.